What is going on, everybody? Happy Thursday. Almost said Tuesday. Happy Thursday. Not just any Thursday, but Tag Team Thursday, as I'm kicking off my series of comic books to read this week from March 31st that has just passed. And of course, it's part of the Tag Team Thursday crew. So if you guys are just joining me, maybe you are already on the Tag Team Thursday train. It all started out at 6:30 over on Rod, Just Rican and his comics channel at 6:30, and then from there we went over to John's Comics with Kids, which by the way, John, loved the new video that you put out there. I thought it was so engaging, so entertaining, and I was cracking up as you're passing it from John over to John. I thought it was so good. So shout out to John's Comics with Kids as he's trying this new video out, this new style out of his for Tag Team Thursday. So that goes on at 6:45. 7 o'clock, Tony Old Wolf, always good to see you, my friend. Love hearing you mess up our names, which is great. You're such an entertaining guy, man, and great books that you picked up. After that, we saw Dan, Comic Shop News, which, by the way, I will be over on Dan's channel this Saturday at 11 o'clock Eastern to be talking about some Swamp Thing stuff. Maybe I'll cover that. I'll talk. I was going to mention that later on too, but shout out to Dan and great job. If you guys missed that, he just went on at 7:15, so make sure you catch the replay over there. And then, of course, we just had Brandon, the kid, ComixKings. He was spitting out all this crazy energy as always. Love that enthusiasm that he has for this passion, or for this community, and also for the books. So a lot of great knowledge that he's always dropping over there. So appreciate you, ComixKings. All 5 of them can be found in the description below. So make sure you follow them, sub them, and if you didn't catch those 15-minute clips, then make sure you go back and check that out. And we are here every Thursday at 6:30 Eastern time. So appreciate that. Anybody that's here in the chat right now, which I see we got 12 people, let's say a quick hello. Make sure you guys are hitting that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Of course, I always appreciate that. And if you are taking the time to watch this as a replay, thank you so much for taking your time to catch this replay. So let's just say a quick hello. And then we'll get into, because I have 4 books that I want to talk about. Usually I have 5, a little behind on some of the things that I wanted to talk about, but we're going to get into some things. So we have Travis here, Station Brother, TM Nerdy, hello. We got Victoria V in the house, Read Across the Stars. Great to see you as always. I'm here and I'm ready. I love it. Thank you for the support. We got Big Herm in the house. Enter the Sandman. That's right, Station Brother. We got Nigel also in the house. What's going on, Nigel? He's doing an awesome giveaway based on my channel and the video that he did with me, or where I interviewed him a couple Saturdays ago. So make sure you check him out over on Instagram for that awesome giveaway. Good to see you, Nigel. We got Todd Christian in the house, who's been hanging out this entire time as well. Always appreciate your support. We got my man Steve, Hip Hops and me, representing Team Nerd Herd. They have a great show coming on later tonight as well. Good to see you, Steve. There's Brandon right there. Entering, yep, absolutely. We might go into some extra innings today. We'll see. PJ King in the house. A pleasure to see you as well, my friend. And we got Perry Comics. What's going on, Perry? See you dropping some John Wick videos that you're watching lately. So very cool. Good reaction videos for sure. Let's see. We also have Sheena in the house. What's going on, Sheena? All the way out in Vegas. Always great to see you. We have Chamorro Cinema also hanging here. Station Brother. Thank you so much for hanging out. I think I'm getting through everybody here for the most part. If I miss you, just keep chatting along, and I'm sure I will catch you at some point. Moonlit Comics also here. What's going on, Michelle? Great hanging out with you last night virtually as we do our claim sales on Wednesdays. So always a fun time. And also Roscoe, who was also there last night talking about Royal Collectibles, their live stream that they do for claim sales. So good to see you too, Roscoe. Appreciate you, brother, for swinging by. All right, guys, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Leave some comments below. And of course, we'll go back and forth as I talk a little bit about some of these books that I want to dive into. Planet Clintar, what's going on, brother? Just reached out to you recently. Nice talking with you. All right, so you guys know me. I do the digital stuff. I actually have some physical books because I was able to get to my LCS, so I will go over some. But the one I did not get yet, I actually had to order it last night, was this one right here. Anybody reading this? Nuclear Family. This is issue number 2. And man, oh man, is this a great read. I really like I like the first issue. I like where it was going, but this definitely opens things up and kind of leaves you like, oh man, like what is going on right now? So if you guys are not familiar with it, Nuclear Family is essentially about this family out in Milwaukee during the 1950s while there's all these like bombings going on from other countries and war, and essentially the dad ends up building like this bomb shelter. Obviously, they were popular back then and keeping safe in case there were these situations where there was bombing going on, and they get this warning, this alert, and again they're in Milwaukee, so it's not like any major city area, and they get an alert that essentially bombs are dropping. He's talking to his neighbor. They don't believe that it's like a real thing. He's like, it can't be. Why would they be bombing us? It has to be a test. He's like, well, either way, he's telling his neighbor, he's like, get back to your house. I'll get my family. Go, they go into their bunker. So they do that, and lo and behold, it's not a drill. In fact, there were bombs that were dropped, and there's a lot of destruction everywhere. The next day, the family, the dad he has a son, a daughter, his wife. They come up out from it's almost like Blast from the Past. You guys remember that movie? Although that they stayed in their bunker for years. Here it was just one day, right? And they come out of it, and it's smoke and destruction everywhere, and yet somehow their house is still there. It's intact. They are okay. And then immediately barging in the door is what looks to be U.S. Army individuals who are calling them commies and thinking that they're the enemy. That's how the first one kind of like ends, and we go right into this where he starts like trying to get explanation of what's going on and why are they being called the commies. He's like, look guys, we're just an American family living in Milwaukee and our house got bombed. Why and they're like, oh, be quiet, commie, like all these crazy things. So really great read, really enjoying this. There's just like some cool splash pages to give you an idea of what's going on. So I really enjoyed this. Hope you guys are as well if you're reading it. Let's see. I'll jump back in the chat real quick. Oh, no worries, Dan. We'll catch you soon, brother. Appreciate you, man. Yeah. So curious if you guys are reading this at all. If not, I have to say, Aftershock is putting out some really good books, and this is definitely one of them. So I do recommend it. All right. Next up. Oh, I actually technically don't need this now. The other books that I have physically. So let's see. Yeah, thanks, Trav. Appreciate you. I don't know what you guys are talking about with the worth it, but I'll take it. Still want to know what writer Brandon was talking about. Yep. Don't know. Oh, Copy was in here. Did I miss Copy? There he is. Copy, my man. What's up, brother? Good to see you, man. All right. So next book up, I picked up Silk issue number 1. I forget which variant this is. One of the variants. I think I also grabbed a cover A as well. I don't know. I never really read Silk before. I was just intrigued to kind of dive in and check it out. Cindy Moon, I know that there's speculation and stuff of that character in general, but I just wanted to check it out for the enjoyment of checking it out. So I actually really like this first issue. Again, I don't know much about. Actually, I didn't even realize that she shoots webs from her fingertips. Had no idea that was the case. I understand that she got bit by the same type of spider that Spider-Man got bit by, that Peter Parker got bit by. Other than that, I didn't know much detail on this, but I just figure it's a 5-issue series. I wanted to check it out. I also heard some good things. Comic Man Andy, shout out to Comic Man Andy, who kind of reviewed a little bit of it earlier today or yesterday, and so that also kind of opened it up where I wanted to check it out, give it a shot. So the dialogue in the beginning, it kind of kicks in with these 2 robbers are breaking into this thrift or into this store and in a mall, and she ends up stopping the 2. I really like the dialogue, the back and forth, the sarcasm, the wittiness that Silk has that she throws at them, and of course, stops the bad guys from doing their thing. So really clever stuff. So that's kind of what she is at night, and then of course during the day she works for this news company, also working for Jonah Jameson for a new company that he has, and she ends up, it's her first day on the job. She ends up going to a murder mystery of some sort, and she ends up catching some things that were in the room that other people didn't quite see. So her and her co-worker journalist are kind of putting some things together. Meanwhile, of course, there's kind of this villain ending, of course, to kind of leave you hanging. So kind of predictable there, but I don't know who the villain is, so we'll leave it at that. But definitely like where this is going right now. She's kind of meshing her secret life with her personal life, and she's trying to figure out how to not do that. So not sure how you guys feel about that, but definitely would like to know. Let me know if you guys are reading Silk right now. Victoria says, "Oh my God, you're in for a treat with Silk. Cindy Moon is a badass." Yeah, for sure. I mean, I definitely liked her style. I liked again her dialogue and just the wittiness and sarcasm that she was throwing in different directions on some of the different characters that she was engaging with. So really clever stuff for sure. And the artwork was good too. Big Herm saying yes to Silk. Silk issue 2, the one in 25 is going to be a huge cover for money. Oh, interesting. I wonder why. I mean, I guess I don't know the character that they show at the end. I'm not familiar with, so I don't know if that's a new character or what the deal is. But I'm intrigued, and I'm going to continue to read it. I can't wait to read this one. And the women history cover is gorgeous. Yes, could not agree more. I grabbed a bunch of the different Jen Bartel covers, and I love all of them. I will show some here in just a little bit. That was my second book. Third book up here is Shadecraft, and this is awesome. I don't know how to describe it other than like, I don't know, you kind of get like a fun teenager, like Stranger Things meets Something is Killing the Children kind of vibes. It's about a high school student. Her name is Zadie Lou, and it starts out. I love the opening actually. It's her and a really good friend of hers, this guy Josh, and he's walking her home. They're talking about like the idea of how like these shadows. Or do they need protection walking home? Why is he walking her home? Is he protecting her? Are there other motives to why he's walking her home? And as she guesses that, she thinks that his other motives, or he admits like, yeah, there's other motives. She admits that, or she goes and actually like tries to kiss him. Turns out that wasn't the other motive. The other motive was that he left something at her house and he was just following her to go get it. Anyways, it was cute and funny. And then again she kind of picks up into her high school life, and she is not the popular kid. Her brother was the popular kid. Unfortunately, you find out he's in a coma, and she just talks about how it was so hard to be the sister to the popular kid, and now they call him the coma kid, I think. And now she's like still mad at her brother. And anyways, there's some really mystical stuff going on because there's some shadows that are kind of after her, trying to attack her in some way. Her mom kind of accidentally saves her by turning the light on at one point when she's right in front of the house. Really cool art. I really enjoyed it. And so yeah, Shadecraft, I'll kind of just leave it at that. I know I probably talked too much about it already, but really loved it. Loved the artwork, and looking forward to the next issue on that one. Wanted to let's see. Oh, hey, John. Sorry, I'm late. Second shot. Nice, dude. Congrats, man. Good to hear. Steve, it's like Demon Slayer as well. Oh, interesting. I never read Demon Slayer, but yeah, you could put it there. Moonlit Comics, very excited for it for sure. Kachung in the house. What's up, Dave? Good to see you. And I don't know if I mentioned this. I did mention this earlier, but Rod, just Rican in his comics, that's the man you want to start with, 6:30 for these Tag Team Thursday events. So make sure if you're not already subbed up to him to do so. Flash by Night in the house. Silk 2 covered by Rose Besh. Interesting. Yeah. So I guess that's what he's talking about with what Roscoe was saying earlier. Yeah. High hopes for Joe Henderson. Absolutely. Definitely enjoyed this. So. Highly recommend. And then my fourth and my favorite book of the week, and it's really not fair to say because there's still a lot of books I have to catch up on. But this was really, out of the few that I've read so far from the new releases, this one definitely does it. It's not. It's actually that was issue 1. Two Moons. I don't know. I know everyone that went prior to me, Tag Team Thursday, we're talking highly about this book. This is cover A and B here. I loved this book, and I have to say, I decided that I was going to read this physically. I read this book physically. You guys know a lot of my books I read digitally, and a lot of the reason is because I actually like the experience. I wanted to read this digitally, or I wanted to read this physically. And I actually kind of wish I read it digitally now because the artwork is just amazing. I mean, it looks amazing in the pictures, but again, I don't know. I'm a sucker for the digital stuff. I love, being able to get close up to the artwork, and so digital does that for me. But anyways, such a good read. The artwork inside of this book is absolutely stunning, absolutely stunning. But better than the first. I mean, it's so good, and it's really well written. It's got very dark vibes to it. If you haven't read it at all, I mean, I won't get too much into detail with it, but it's about a soldier who's Native American and is fighting in the Civil War, and he ends up he's on the Union side of things. He was kind of brought into that because his parents died when he was younger. He has no ties to any of his Native American family. However, he's starting to get all these visits from these like ghosts that only he can see. And they're calling him Two Moons. So Two Moons is his Native American name. So that's where that comes from. And anyway, so the first issue kind of leaves you hanging with some dramatic things that happen to a soldier of his that he has to take out. Other soldiers witness this, and now he's in trouble. And so this kind of leads, starts off where that left. And so, yeah, really, really good stuff. This is cover B. Just kind of hold that up there for a second. But really love this. So, yeah, Moonlit, definitely recommend adding that. If it's on your wish list, look into picking it up or grab it and trade, one or the other. It's so good. Yeah, Steve, totally epic. Could not agree more. John loved it as well. I know that, we got to talk about the first issue you talked about on your show with Alec, I think, a while back, and that was that. I know you really enjoyed this. I'm still saying X-Men. So I noted that you said that X-Men 19 was your favorite. So I was really curious if you were or what your thoughts were with this. And so two great ones, totally understandable. Can't wait to catch up on the X-Men stuff. I'm so far behind, and I'm glad to hear X-Men 19 was really good because, just keep that going. Let's see. John told me that I would like Two Moons. He was correct. Waiting on issue 2. Awesome, dude. Really glad that you're in for a treat, man. The artwork is insane. No worries, Sheena. Good to see you. Thanks. I appreciate you stopping in. Guys, make sure you hit that thumbs up. As Kachung is just saying right there, beat me to it, my man. Thank you, sir. PJ King says Beta Ray Bill was was a must read. My read of the week. See, so that's interesting. So Beta Ray Bill, I heard really mixed signals. I heard some really good things. I heard some really bad things. So that's interesting. Followed by Bat and Cat. So that I do want to read at some point. I'm probably waiting for the trade for that 12 issue set to complete. Batman and Catwoman. By the way, I know I talked about this last time, but totally on board with reading more DC. It's kind of crazy. Really enjoying that stuff. So let's see. We got Rogue Trader in the house as well. Has some legs for sure. Could not agree more. I also picked up the second print to issue number 1. So sorry, I'm having a hard time aiming for some reason at the camera. Just thought this was a beautiful cover here. So definitely enjoying this. Highly recommend, guys. Highly recommend. So okay, yeah. So interesting. I see Beta saying, I'm sorry, Herm was saying that Beta Ray Bill was good. Maybe I have to check that out. Michael Sove, collector, was saying was hoping to see Black Cat 4 on the list. It was an awesome read. So I actually grabbed issue 4, and I think I'm going to go back and read. Oh, was it you, Mike? I think it was you that in our Discord, right? That you were saying. I think it was you who was saying to go back if you're not reading it to check it out. I did pick up issue 4. I do want to go back and read 1 through 3 before I get into it. But and we'll get into some of these covers here. So I did grab this cover because Jen Bartel is killing it. And at first I was hesitant about like, okay, I'm only going to get so many of these, covers. Kind of like I ended up the Alex Ross stuff. I bought all the Alex Ross stuff. But for Jen Bartel, like I was like, okay, like I like the idea of these. Some of them look gorgeous. I will buy the ones I like. I ended up, as I saw them in person, they all just look absolutely stunning. So I am now on the hunt to get all of these. I need Jennifer Walters. If anybody has She-Hulk, let me know. I just got Silk. That's in the mail. So Black Cat, I did pick up this beautiful Ghost Rider one here. Love what Jen Bartel's doing with all these awesome covers. I mean, it's crazy because like it's getting me to buy the books, right? It's getting me to. I mean, I know there's this argument of like there's too many variants or not enough variants or whatever, wherever you stand. You know, I've expressed my opinion on this before, and I do think generally speaking there are too many variants. But I do like when they do stuff like this because I just love seeing all these different characters uh, in the form of the vision that a certain artist has created. And it gives that artist the opportunity to really go out of their way and draw all these different individual characters. And you know, you buy the books, so it's like, all right, I'm going to read these now. I want to check them out. You know, I'm not going to let it just be a cover buy. I do want to read them. So yeah, that was awesome. And then of course, had to get my lady Emma Frost. I don't. Did they do Storm yet? I don't know if they did Storm. What's going on, Jeff? Good to see you, brother. Anything and everything. X2 in the house over on Instagram. Good to see you. Anyone know if they did Storm already? I feel like if they did, I would have already gotten it, but maybe not. It was me. You can skip 1, 2, 3. Oh, interesting. Are you saying that they because they weren't good, or you're just saying like generally I could skip it if I don't want it? Because I wouldn't mind going back just to read, just to, you know, get the full details of everything. Travis saying, no, stay with DC. Don't go back to Marvel, Justin. We almost have you fully on the DC side, dude. I feel like there's like, you know, like 20 of you all scheming together, working together to get me on the DC side. I mean, that's never, I mean, as long as X-Men is a thing, it's, you know, I'm always going to have that side with Marvel. And I'm just open to reading everything. I've decided that the way I take on music, I always say that there's I listen to all genres because I truly believe that there's good music in every genre. So I would never want to cut myself short of missing out on some really good music. And so in that same vein, I'm looking at all comics that way, no matter what publisher you're into or what you know, reader or artist or however you want to look at it, what characters, things like that. I'm trying to be all about it and diverse, you know, and really try to open up and explore. So, but I do appreciate that, Travis. I'm opening the door to DC, so that is a big step forward for sure. Let's see, PJ King talking about that Emma Frost. Yeah, so really love this. I have one more book I want to show, and then I'll wrap things up here. Dave saying, forgot about the Discord thing. Yeah, dude, Dave, get in there, man. It's a lot of fun. I think almost everybody in this chat right now is part of the Discord. We talk about comics. That's all. There's no drama. It's great people, and we're just talking about books that we love. We recommend books there. We're showing what we pick up on Wednesdays for New Comic Book Day, which is always fun. You know, so you know, jump in, man. It's a lot of fun, and we're just talking. So, Flash by Night, you got to get in our Discord, man. I got to reach out to you later. Storm was earlier. Oh crap, did I miss that? A Rogue says still coming. Okay. I hope I didn't miss that. I mean, I will go out of my way to pay multiple dollars to get that book if it's already out. Oh man, maybe X-Men 18. Interesting. Big Arm says DC sucks. Raging Cajun Comics in the house. What's up, brother? My favorite DC characters haven't had solo series in a long time, so no DC for me. Oh, interesting. I'm curious who that is. I just read Nightwing earlier. I talked about that last time. So good. Swamp Thing, so good. Harley Quinn, really enjoyed it. Teen Titans, really enjoyed it. So yeah, DC, I'm on board with the new stuff, and I'm in the works with Victoria too. We're doing some things that might include some DC coming up soon. So stay tuned for that announcement. You want to take this outside? I struggle with the Discord. I must be getting old. John, my man, you're not getting old. You just got to embrace it. You know, you just give it a little time. Just go in there once a morning and just see. Sometimes it's like a few of us just saying good morning. I mean, that's really, it's just a cool, fun way to engage with others. So it is a lot of fun though, John, especially I would say if you do want to give the Discord a try, it's busier on like Wednesday. So if you want to jump into the conversation, you'll hear or see either Tuesday night, what people are about to pick up, or kind of what we do with Tag Team Thursday, you know, showing things that we just picked up, things like that. So the Tuesday, Wednesday, I feel like Discord picks up a little more. And then of course I just created a new channel section where you can actually promote yourself. So feel free to drop your links there. You know, be respectful and not spammy, but definitely feel free to promote your stuff there. So, John, definitely something to check out, and of course discover others, because Travis and a lot of the guys, a lot of the team there are just dropping some really great people. So, Yeah, Discord. Yes, this Discord DC all the time. Let's see. Last book I wanted to show real quick, guys, is Noctera #1. This is the second printing, and I loved it. I love the read. I love the issue. I can't wait for the second issue. And this is just absolutely beautiful artwork. Is this? Yeah, this is all Tony Daniel. Couldn't help myself. I think it's such a beautiful cover here, and so I had to get it. So yeah, I know some of you guys talked about it from earlier, but this was just so good. Can't wait for the next one. We got 20 people in here. Thank you guys. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. Reminder that this is part of Tag Team Thursday. So it wasn't just me. I'm just wrapping things up. I'm closing things out. Moonless says, yes, the Discord is great. Very happy to have joined it. Yes, Michelle, appreciate you being in there. Like I said, I think everybody here is part of the Discord. I'm pretty sure. I got to get you, Flash. I saw Flash in here before on here. If you're not on here, you're interested and you're cool, got to be cool, reach out to me. I'll send you the link, and of course you're invited. Try to keep it with just our friends, and that's who we have here in the chat. So appreciate you guys. And if you're watching the replay, you could DM me too, and we'll get the link to you. Let's see the yeah, definitely looking forward to our collaboration. V, that's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm opposite right now. I'm mostly DC. I'm only getting the X books. Okay, I mean that's great too, Todd. So I mean X-Men for sure, and then you got the beta, so good stuff there. I mean I'm also reading a ton of indie stuff, so that's the other thing. I'm probably reading more indie than anything right now. So I claim that I'm a Marvel guy or was a Marvel guy, but you know I'm just everywhere now. I'm an everything guy, I guess. Dr. Fate and Demon, Justin. I did get Justice League Dark. Oh, there you go. Oh, okay, those are your okay, awesome, interesting. And I'm not very familiar, so you know, I'm rooting for you, man, that they get some solo stuff out there, and maybe I can read along with you. The other thing I did want to share, let me just move these really quick. I already kind of mentioned it. Just to let everyone know, the monthly comic review is over on Dylan's show. Oh yeah, Dylan Horror Show. Yep, good stuff. I saw that they were on live. So, you know, of course, if you guys need to jump, I understand. Sorry, trying to get to, just want to shout Dan out one more time because a few of us will be joining Dan, Comic Chop News, on his channel this Saturday, 11 o'clock Eastern time. So we're talking about Alan Moore's Saga of the Swamp Thing trade #1, volume #1, and really enjoyed this. A lot of different feelings about it, so I won't get into it, but just wanted to highlight that. That's coming up this Saturday. And of course, I have my Comic Collector Origins as well coming up, and I'm interviewing Joker from East Meets West, so really excited about that. I'll have Joker on at 2 o'clock Eastern time to learn a little bit more about his origin story this Saturday at 2 o'clock Eastern time. So a couple things on Saturday, which is nice to kind of be spread and have a couple different things going on. Mostly read DC at the moment. I totally blame Victoria for my newfound love for DC. And I have to throw a copy in there as well. Abby in there as well. John to a degree, because he's kind of guided me in certain ways. You know, I know certain things he likes and doesn't like, but definitely a lot of you have really been. I mean, Travis, you were talking about it earlier. You guys have definitely influenced me, and it's really bad for my wallet. So it might be getting expensive in the near future. Interesting. Was awesome dropping my link in the the Discord there, the promote channel. A few other folks joined me. Oh, hey, and there's my dog. Yeah, that was great. Actually, I forgot. Victoria was live with Sydney last week, and that was great promotion thanks to the Discord. So that was cool. I'm glad that worked out. Yeah, so I'm gonna wrap this up here. See, I guess I don't hate Marvel. I get a lot of Marvel book back issues. Yeah, man, that counts. That all counts. I love all, but Marvel is #1 for me. There you go. Hey, we're all. This is what's great about the hobby, is that there's something for everybody. So you can enjoy it all. So, all right, I appreciate all you guys coming in. Make sure you sub up everybody in the description below that we started with for Tag Team Thursday. This is so funny. Abby is the DCO. If you guys don't know what B's talking about, go check out Abby Reads. She's so funny. She has some really great videos that she puts out, and and that's what that's about. Um, so, all right, guys. Until next time, I appreciate everybody. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. We had like 20 people this whole time, 17 right now. So appreciate the love, support, and Tag Team Thursday. Make sure you guys are all subbed up to everybody that did the Tag Team Thursday. Rod, John, Tony, Dan, and Brandon. Love you guys. Love you all so much. And everybody in the chat, appreciate you. If you're watching the replay, appreciate you. Hit that thumbs up on the way out. And hopefully I'll see you Saturday for Comic Collector Origins. Until then,